Hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for the questions all of you sent yesterday and today. When I counted approximately over 300 plus questions about yesterday's sessions, I'm glad. Thank you so much for that. All of you like the session and you're pretty serious about the project you are involving. Others would not have this many questions. And today the session is majorly about answering that one. Plus, we have a maybe approximately 2 to 3 new strategies and a few ideas to discuss about it. So once again, thank you so much about the questions. And it's a couple of questions are pretty good, and I put into the today's sessions. And we may not be able to answer all of that, but majority of the thing we'll try to answer today. Okay. By doing a presentation itself, because one by one, instead of asking each one is taking as a question and answer. Of course, we'll take some of the questions at the end part of the sessions. I kept it only as a question. In fact, we'll start with a question itself. Okay, so please don't worry. We'll answer everything today. Then, one important part I just want to tell you, it is whatever I spoke to you, we are going to implement. And today, the implementation strategies and methods and plans we are discussing in the mastermind group. You talk to your mentor to be part of the mastermind group. So please don't worry. Many other people ask, how do I implement? Can I get a training? Yes, you get a training. 100 days of the training, majority of the part is enough. And plus, once everything's set up for you, as I mentioned, there is an expert record or a consultant record. So I act as a consultant for the AOIBB, those who are doing with us, even for an ADM, 100 champion ADM, 250 champion ADM, 350 champion ADM, 1000 champion, we can do that as well. Okay, so so let's start. I think all of you so coming in now. We will go as usual with the presentations. Just connected. All of you get settled. And you have a pen and paper. I think today also you have very good strategies, and each strategy is not again a lot of other points as well. Okay, I believe all of you can see me as well as a presentation today. A lot of terminologies which I'm using. It's important for you to understand. I don't want to have an issue because of my accent. Okay, we will go today the day 4, and we'll start discussing about continuation of the yesterday, especially about the affiliate related matters and downloadable related matters, but we also have a few strategies to discuss today again. Okay, now first one, we'll start with the questions. As we mentioned, one of the major questions, or a number of questions we counted about, the most common question about many people said, I never knew this one, I've seen all this website earlier, are you sure this company is going to pay, and how much is the commission they pay? These are the questions came. So about the commissions and the revenue and the advertisement fee, or the profit, which is you're getting from the companies. I mentioned in the presentation yesterday a few of them, like an example of Flipkart, and the commissions mentioned. There is Amazon, the commission I mentioned yesterday itself. You can see average of 10%, like a luxury and beauty and Amazon, etc. You get approximately 10%. Now, we have an eBay commissions also. It's mentioned yesterday. These are there in the yesterday PowerPoint. So I request all of you, as soon as the notes is updated, please go through and understand all about it. And if you want, again, a recording will be there the next day itself. You can also go through and get those more details. Okay, because too many slides and too much of information is there in the 100 minutes. So you might feel it is not covered. It's already there. So from this slide, but because of number of questions, the maximum number of questions, maybe one of the things about the revenue, how much you get. So average at 10%, as I mentioned. Some cases there are 35%, there are 50%, even a 100%. I'll tell you how the company gives a 100% today. Okay. Now, the products, most of them, if you will be interested to promote the products base, as you know, it's cost per sale. So a few example, I'll show you how much you get per product. It depends upon the niche or the category you choose. Now you can see a fashion affiliate program and you search online. You get this kind of a thing, like 10%, 20%. You get H&M give around 7.5%. Most of them have a 30 days of cookies period. Some of them have a 45 days of cookies period. So you can choose whichever the company you wanted for a fashion, or you can use a multiple as well. Now, all these brands, the well-known brand, the New Check give you 18% on their fashion products. 18% is a very good margin, and plus they have 60 days of a cookies period. Okay. Now, beauty and makeup, all of you know that Evan is a good brand. So that is a 30 days time. You get a 10% of the commission approximately. Now, we also have like a Sephora, like a brand. So give you around 5 to 10%, but the drawback of only 24 hours is the cookies period. It's up to you to decide. BH Cosmetics give a 60 days and 8%. So you may decide, it depends upon your conviction about the brand. You can decide which one you wanted to have. Now, a gaming affiliate program, you wanted to start in a gaming. So that's one of the things many people look into. You can see the 50% of the commission is there. 90 days cooking period is there. There's a 5% commission with 180 days is there. So it depends upon the company you choose. This will be changing. Now there is a music affiliate program. You can see even Sinorama is giving around 70%. And earlier it was 65. Now they increase additional 5%. 70% instant download they get it. And plus 40% for 70% for a downloaded music, 40% for shipped courses. So and they have a 60 days of a cookies period. So as another example, which when you look at it, a good commission, 65 to 70% on one product is a really, really good commission, right? Now, there is another question came. So there are, you can see lot many. I would like you to search this kind of a affiliate program and you get it. I'll also show you how you search and find the good affiliate programs with not only cost per sale, even at the cost per action, cost per lead, and cost per milli, etc. Okay. Now another interesting question, which is many people ask me. I know that some of you new to the industry, you'll have this question: what is a guarantee that these companies pay affiliate commissions? Now, when you look at the companies which I spoke to you, all these companies are legitimate corporate companies, as a publicly listed companies and regulated companies. Like a Flipkart or Amazon or a Qatar Race or eBay, Alibaba, all this, or Google AdSense, all these companies are large corporate companies. And last year alone, as I mentioned yesterday, $6.8 billion they pay out is there. $6.8 billion. That much money all these companies paid out. So you can imagine, so that how many millions of people are getting this paid on a regular basis without any issue. And for these companies also, when you look into, they have affiliate program is the best program compared to their other advertisement. If they're paying advertisement for a Facebook, they're paying for a Google, they're paying for a TV commercials, they cover a newspaper advertisement, affiliate is a much cheaper, better option for them. So they don't hesitate paying you the money. So that's the point. Now, all these companies are, you can go and understand the contract and very, very less number of dispute. You go to Google and check it. See, when you go to Google and some other things, you'd see like, you go Vodafone or Edito or any other cellular company, go and check it. A lot of complaints will be there, but still cellular people are using. Same way, there may be one or two issues people misunderstand. For example, Amazon has a policy, like your own purchase, they don't give you commission. Okay, like now our ADM website builder also, sir, we very clearly mention it is a 30% of affiliate commission will give you, but not for your purchase. It's not a discount program. So, but a Flipkart gives you even for your purchase. Okay, even Alibaba give you even for your purchase. So there are companies that have different policies, like a minute cases, like your own purchase you get or not. So that when you're reading a contract, you understand. And maybe 1 or 2% some kind of an issue, you need to check what is the issue, what is the contract. But in general, there is absolutely no issue, and it's happening last 20 years and it's continuously growing. It is when I started industry, it was not even 1 billion, not even half a billion. Now it's at 6.8 billion. Now it's growing, and I expected people saying it goes to 10 to 20 billion dollars in another 3-4 years time. So that's a growing industry, and all these companies like an Amazon or a Alibaba or Google and Flipkart, all these companies are really growth-oriented companies, and they're growing exponential growth. All of this company has it. Okay, so please understand that as well, and go and check it online and discuss. So that guarantee part with this payout is not at all at the risk, or that's not even the discussion point, because they are paying. They're already all legitimate companies. But the question is, do you have money to generate from there? That should be a focus more about it. Okay, yeah. Now, I would like to start with this today's session itself with a strategy, strategy number 6. Yesterday, 5th one. I'm glad. I think out of the 5, I think most of you liked it. The best one is the 5th one. I think today 2 or 3 more strategies I'll be sharing with you. So today the 6 strategies. Many people ask me how to find a good affiliate program. You need to be little conscious that you get a good company. Okay, so what you do is go to Google, but you know how to search it properly. So before that, you need to have a little what kind of a niche, what kind of a product you wanted to go. So you can specifically search for something. Now, for example, you are choosing as a pet products as your niche for your affiliate program. And you may search with your niche with an affiliate program, your pet products affiliate program. So you search in Google, you got a lot of affiliate sites who's giving a pet products as an affiliate program. You will definitely get 10-20 pages. That means around 1,000 plus companies in here. So you may read and choose the company you wanted. Now you can also search niche product plus an affiliate program. For example, dog pet affiliate program. So you can choose a niche product itself. So in your niche is pet products. So that way you can search. You get a different companies. And when you search this way, niche product plus affiliate program, dog pet affiliate program. So you get a different kind of a result. Mostly different kind of a affiliate program you get there. Now, as you know, when you start online business affiliate program, one of the things which I'm going to discuss with you this week about finding a keywords. So you use your keyword with an affiliate program. Okay, so you have any keywords is connected to the dog pet, the best dog pet, cheap and best dog pet, plus your affiliate program. You mention it is, so you get it right companies for promotion of that products. Okay. Now, keyword plus affiliate, for example, is pet dog care affiliate program. You can pet dog care is your keyword. Then you can use a pet dog care affiliate program in Google. You get the right answer for right companies for you to search and go to the footer. Like I said, you can see that affiliate program. Most of the time, the landing page will be there. Google result as well. You can click and go and read and look at the cookies period and how much is the commission they're offering. Now, you can also do keyword with affiliate product, dog affiliate product. That's a way you can actually search for another way. So you get an additional number of merchants. So you go and find out how much is the revenue they share with you. Now, product name plus affiliate. So if you know the product you want to do and search for it. For example, you're a beauty is or maybe you use as a face wash as your niche product, and the Dermalogica affiliate program. So that page will land in Dermalogica affiliate program. So that's way you get a right merchants for selling a Dermalogica products. So this is another way of searching on. Even you can use a brand name itself and get that landing page. So this way more specific you go. I think all of you know that is when you use a quote and unquote, a quotation marks in your search. So you get a more accurate result, exact accurate result you get, right? So exact search in Google, you will get if you use a quote and unquote. Instead of simply typing in that keyword, you put a quote and unquote, you get a right one to target. So you can save a time. So instead of you're going one by one, it's relevant or not, you get a more relevant result on that. Now, so this is the exact match for your search terminology. It's important, which we discuss in when you discuss about the keyword part. We'll discuss about how you will search for something and how the customers are searching and how you match with that. Okay. Now you can also do a search for the product part. To compare the dog bed you wanted, like you can search that way as well. Okay. Now, this way, when you search and find the merchants, and you can do 1 hour, 2 hours of a research, and you get this right answer, according to me, around 10-20 merchants you can lift up. And you'll be surprised to see the kind of commissions, the kind of support, the kinds of tools, the kinds of promotional activities, and even the bonuses extra all these companies are providing. Because there are hundreds and thousands of e-commerce companies looking for people like you to start a business. Now you may thinking, to getting an application, giving an application and starting a service, but they are looking for affiliate like you. So they wanted people like you. You built a website with knowledge, skill, promotion, social media, keyword. You know about what is affiliate program, and you're ready to promote. Once you sign up, daily basis or a weekly basis, they will be getting in touch with you constantly. If you start producing a result, so they will be. Even sometimes they will talk to you. Sometimes they will call you. Then sometimes there are cases. Sometimes even a vice president marketing will call you and talk to you. Sometimes they'll invite you for various aspects. So it's a fantastic industry. You need to go and understand on that one. So there are huge opportunity there. So how much you focus, as I mentioned to you, how much you take it and not make it. Remember that first day itself I told you. It's not the question is you don't have to make this because they're already ready to give it. Only thing is your job is to go and find where these people are. And through Google, with these search terms, if you spend 3 to 4 hours one day, you will be amazed to see different companies for your products and the commissions they're giving. Now, today morning when I saw the questions, I started putting, because maybe 10-15 minutes, I just get a copy on many other sites on there. That's enough. So you can actually get the companies. So easy. Everything is online, right? You can get that way. Now, a few tips I wanted to talk about. Many of the time, or most of the time, I've seen, especially the people, even those who are doing a private beta with us, they come back and again. So I'm not finding an CPA, I'm not finding a CPL, I'm not finding a CPM, CPC, CPV, CPC. That because you are not searching properly, it is there already. So how do we find these kind of affiliate programs? This is one of the most common questions. Maybe last 6 to 7 months, many of my people ask me. And again, I send out an email and again, they will not search this way. It's not easy to search. So what do? Your niche plus CPA affiliate program. So, pet care is your niche. Pet care CPA affiliate program. So when you search it, it will completely land in the same page. Now you can also search your niche plus a CPL program. So like this, each one you can search it as your niche plus CPM, your niche plus CPS program, your niche plus CPV program, your niche plus CPC. So you can, when you search this way with quote unquote, with a quotation mark, you get exact merchant to get it. So you can save a time instead of going to 3-4 pages. The first page itself, you get this kind of a result. So you can immediately apply for a CPA program and CPL program. You remember the strategy when we discussed yesterday? One of the most important thing we mentioned it is you mix and match of all the strategies. Like not only CPLs, you will also have a CPA, CPL, and CPV and CPC. Okay. Now, another method of you're getting a CPA program, your product name with CPA, like which is a Sephora or a brand or H&M, you can go, or dog pet, or you want to go with a dermatological. So you use that one and CPA program, you get these companies again. So this is a way you can find out the merchants are available online. Now your brand, as I mentioned, is like A1 or a Sephora or H&M plus a CPA program. If they have, not necessarily every company has it. Some company will have. So I recommend usually to the people either product or a brand or a niche or a category. You need to have as a CPL or a CPM program. Okay. And maybe I have 4. I'm not expecting all the 7. At least a 4 thing should be there to start with. Okay. Now, another question many people asked me yesterday, I mentioned, how do we find this affiliate network? It's again an easy thing. Affiliate network is very important because many of the companies or many of the brand, they outsource their affiliate program to various companies. So you want an Apple corporation, Apple product, you want to sell a Macintosh, or you wanted to sell it a MacBook Air, or you want to sell an iPad or iPhones. Of course, through Amazon you can also do, but if you want to directly do with the other companies, there are affiliate network, you can go and affiliate with them. So there is actually, you have a 2 choice for doing an affiliate program. So choice number 1, you directly go and do an affiliate program with companies as we discussed. That's one method. You directly involve the companies, right? Now, another method is go to the network. So this is called a kind of a brokerage firm. That's what is easy to understand. It's called an affiliate network, where the different companies put together. As I mentioned, the companies who given the affiliate program to run. So they combined everything together and offering entire solution. This is a kind of an agent, kind of a broker, connect between affiliate marketers and e-commerce companies. So they connect there. Okay. So what we recommend both. If you ask us our policy, digital mastery, we recommend both. You do mix and match. Some cases you go directly and apply. Some cases you go to the network. The moment you sign up with a network, you get thousands of companies. For example, you go to cj.com, you get 3,000 plus companies. So one sign up, you can do 3,000 plus. Okay, so think about it that way. So you can go to various companies and take that. So you can sign up. One sign up is enough for you to start all the companies. Okay, now basically all these companies look for your content. Make sure that is when you are applying, you have something in your website to return before you're applying on it. Okay. Now, sometimes the company, affiliate network is basically look for your updating or not. That's it. You don't worry about initial sale. You have nothing. Don't worry. That's the reason. It's easy to start and very simple to start one. Okay. Now, if you, as example, like an Amazon Associates itself, even though they are not a real network, but I recommend you to go to Amazon Associates, the affiliate program of Amazon. So there is a maximum products. You have millions of products to market. Amazon gives you all product across the globe, and Amazon has different sites like Amazon.uk, Amazon.com, Amazon.ae, Amazon.in, Amazon.fr, like different region. They have different kind of product and companies as well. So you can sign up and you can start doing promotion with the Amazon.com itself. Then we have cj.com. This is one of the largest affiliate network, commissionjunction.com. Even they have pepper lead, pepper sale, and all the methods they also have, and different companies they have. So you register with the cj.com, over 3,000 companies at a time you can have an affiliated with. The another thing is actually share a sale. Again, it's an affiliate marketplace where you can sell thousands of products. Now, if you're looking for a downloadable products or a digital products, like physical product, Amazon is no physical product. Similarly, downloadable product, ClickBank is the best one. ClickBank. Okay, so you can go to ClickBank and register with that, and even your commissions are 85-90%. Okay, that's high. Some 50%, 60%, 75%. You can 80, 85%, 90%. You get a commission from ClickBank. I'm not covering much on because when the funnel and the landing page, I'll recommend the ClickBank products to sell it. So when, especially on an AOBB part, we are working on this. Another exclusive day for a digital products, one more day, we'll be discussing, like last time we discussed. And this one, after e-commerce, including e-commerce, we discuss again at ClickBank. So that's the time. I'll talk more about ClickBank. That time the session name itself will be, I'll try to make it in the ClickBank. So please attend that session so you'll get more idea about it. So whether you're an e-commerce, whether you're an affiliate, you can actually ClickBank product, you can sell it. There are a lot of private label products, a lot of products out there. So even ClickBank give you fantastic tutorials. There are a lot of things to learn. Go and learn from ClickBank. There are great videos, and there are a lot of strategies they talk about. There are methods they talk about. There are technological use they talk about, tools they talk about. So go and take that ClickBank on. Now we also look at eJunkie is another thing, and this company is a very interesting commission system. They have 100% commission. You sell everything, you can take it. So you may not believe. So that's an offer they'll give you initial stage for a 3 months. You to get you to motivate. Then they go to 50, 55, 60, 65%. But many of the product you promote, they give you 100% commission. So if you say $9 and they're $9 yours, you see $100 and they're $100 yours. So this is the another method of looking into the affiliate network and taking advantage. Now, now you can sign up easy, as I mentioned yesterday. So just fill up the form and sign up on it. Okay. So I believe that this is answer most of your these are the major questions I came. So this is the method you should use on it. Okay. Now I'm going to next portion. This is a very important strategy. So fifth, you got it so many things. And fifth, I'll go discuss about the implementation plan in the mastermind chat room. Now I'm going to talk to you a strategy number 7. It's basically to follow our 15 golden rules of affiliate marketing. So this rules is very important for you to follow to succeed. Okay, and never break this rule and never get greedy sometime, or never too hurry to do. and it is there. Market is there. Please don't hurry up without, and don't even compromise on any of the things in these rules. So I want you to note down this. Take a pen and paper, and I want these 15 rules you need to follow. Especially those who want to be part of A or BB, I recommend this one to follow regular basis. Okay, I believe you have pen and paper. So the first rule: please choose the keyword that people actually search for. So sometimes there are occasions we think this is a keyword for this. That's not necessary. That's the reason you need to do keyword research. We need to really find out in Google how many people are searching. Sometimes when we surprised to see that some of the keywords we search, we hardly 100 people are there. Then I'll be surprised. Most of them we get surprised. How come only 100 people are searching? That's the world. We never know what the keyword they're using and why they're not using. So people don't think the way we are thinking. So make sure that is Google gives this result, and that keyword you use, or use a good accurate keyword tools, which I'll introduce you to this week when we are doing a keyword research and SEO part. Okay, so this is an important aspect. So do not gamble with the keywords. Focus on the keyword that actually people are searching for. Okay. Then also the first thing which I told you about affiliate program, find out, because you are doing an effort for selling products or promotion or something. So some cases you have 75% discount commission. Some cases you have 7% discount, or commissions. So think about it. One sale you would have made a 75% if you would have find a good affiliate program. For the same customer, you only get a 7.5%. So you need to have a good research on different kind of an affiliate program before doing it, and never be lazy on it. 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks if you wanted to work on, absolutely fine. So you need to find out that. Okay. Now we discussed about choosing a niche, and I think this couple of days from now we have a session on choosing a niche. Please attend that, and don't just pick up any niche. That's one of the things people do, and niche selection is quite quite important part and quite challenging, and it's the decision-making process. You go through a decision-making process, so you would feel tough sometimes. Okay, should I go with this or should I buy this? A confusion stage is really good, which makes you do homework. It makes you to take a logical decision. So choose that way. Now, one thing. Now you choose a niche, but when you're going for strategies and rules, which we discussed, you feel it is that niche is not appropriate, or niche is not matching with the rules and strategies. You need to change the niche. The problem with choosing the niche is, especially when you choose the niche with your passion, interest, knowledge, experience, or what you want to do in future, you start loving with them, you fall in love with them, and then you continue. So, but most important thing, you remember that rule number 1, first thing which we discussed, you need to have market potential. People should buy in this one. So that's the most important rule. We need to keep it. So it's not that your product you like, of course, your product you like, that is very important. I'm coming to that section. But the most important is market. You are starting, if you're making a business to make money, then it's important. But you are out of the passion. You want to talk to some cause. You want to talk about some kind of a movement. You wanted to bring that some social attention. In that case, money is a secondary for you, then it's fine. But if you are looking to start an affiliate marketing to make money, that's the first primary goal. Other one is a secondary goal. Then picking the niche, profitable niche, is very, very important. You can do yourself the exercise which we'll give you whenever you're doing. If not, you can talk to our mentors, or a consultant will help you to finalize the niche. So don't just pick up any niche. It's a very important. Most of the time I've seen people start working in a very well-aware niche, but finalization stage, they just randomly pick up a niche. Okay, please don't do that mistake. Okay. Then, this is a big industry. And everything's happening sometime. Some of the terminologies are new to you, some tools are new to you, and strategies are new to you. So please understand that we need to take a baby steps, and we might have sometimes we'll have difficulties, even like a baby walking. So that's the first portion of that. And I give you a kind of a shortcut. AOBB is an shortcut. Even your baby step can be a mature step. Okay. So otherwise, mentally prepared for to take a baby step initially. Now, the most important part is the people should find you online. People should get to your website through Google, right? So make sure your website is SEO friendly. Okay, uh, people should you should use some kind of an SEO strategies to get a rank at the Google. So make an SEO friendly website. Now, another important part, yesterday when I discussed about, told you about reviews and the comparison, and you are putting a content, all the things when you're doing, your sales you're going to get. So you need to be honest. Otherwise, people will not trust you. For example, when you're doing a review with some product, you notice some products is giving 15%, another product is giving 10%. So in a review time, you recommend that 15% just because you have a commission. So customer may not like it. So they talk negative about your website and your ethically is wrong. And plus, people lose the trust on you. So they don't come back to you next review. So you immediately maybe a 5% difference, maybe around $5 to $10, but you lost a customer. So when you're doing review, be honest. That honest review, that customer come back again and again. So they want an honest review. So if you're doing a review, if you're doing a comparison, if you're doing email marketing, all the thing, your communication must be honest. Honest communication should be there. Please do not look for a short-term gain. And if you lose a integrity, if you lose this, your trust, then your website will cannot grow, especially in a affiliate program, and especially you're planning to do with reviews and comparison and email marketing, social media. People should feel it's a legitimate. People should have a trust on you, and that's the way you create your brand loyalty. Okay, so this is very, very important step. Now, you also should start learning about various products you're promoting, and that's one of the reasons I mentioned initially. You need to choose the product you understand, the product you have some kind of knowledge. Even it makes sense to you to learn about it. Some of the product we ask me, I may not be interested to even to look into the components and the features, etc. But some cases, even I'm not using that product, I'm interested to know about the configurations and features and the other facilities of that product. So you should have an interest, and you also should sometime put an effort to understand, because you need to talk about the social media. You need to talk about that in your keywords. You need to talk about that in your SEO activities. You need to talk about that as email marketing activities. So you should know about few things about the product, and that makes you more active on your promotion activities as well. So make sure that you put some time on this learning aspect. Now, as you know, as an affiliate marketer, the most important part of your company, your website, is the content. So the content, how content rich your website is the most important. So also make sure it's worth reading. So I want to say you something here. There are some method of a machine write. There's a method to put content writing automatically done with the tools. It is human cannot read, search engine can read. So it will help you to rank in Google. So that content should not visible to the human. When they're visible to the human, he will go mad. So he will talk negative about your website and he will report your website. So please make sure that kind of a content you are not making visible to the consumers. And even you're putting in a good content, make sure that is worth reading. He should get some kind of an idea about the product and knowledge about the features, or he understanding about about the various facilities available. Like that, something you need to do about the content. It's not just filling up your keywords for the sake of doing. No, with passionately, with wholeheartedly, with an enthusiastic, nice way and simple way. You need to present the content which is worth reading. Okay, that's important as well. Then, of course, as an affiliate marketer, one of the major things you should do is doing a blogging. Then a blogging give you good ranking and a lot of content-oriented stuff. And some of the companies, even after submitting a URL, if they're reviewing a website, second question they'll ask you, can you share your blog? Okay. If they don't even ask your social media profile, they'll ask immediately blog. So start doing a blog, write about your products and niche, everything through blog, putting a keywords there and doing blog. Okay. Now, all the things you need to have a kind of a plan. You go to bplans.com, as I said the first day, you can start making the plan, or you yourself make a plan. That's maybe around 10 15 percentage of my time I'd spend on a social media. This much time I'll spend on a research. Every month I'll add a 3 4 merchant with a CPM merchant or a CPM merchant, and all the things you need to have a kind of a plan before you proceeding on it. And you also check your result. Now you will be implementing a lot of strategies. Not necessarily all the strategies is going to work. Some strategy may fail, some strategy may succeed. Some strategy you may not find worth, it's not a failure. It's a three situation comes up. Now the most important thing is sometimes some strategy does not work with you, does not mean in future not work for you. Sometimes maybe so the occasions may be bad. Maybe sometime you tried in December, maybe other campaign is going on. Sometimes you tried with some other region, maybe in the Ramadan month. So that's the time the campaign did not work the way you thought about. Sometimes it's on a vacation time, it's not work. So the time, the location, and maybe the trend in the market, and other campaign happening in the market. So sometime the New Year time, you come out with any kind of a sales campaign which is not related to New Year campaign or a Christmas campaign. Very very less chance for you to succeed. Now any other major campaigns are going on social media, and your niche or something is not related to that, again there is a problem of you are losing. For example, maybe World Cup time, Olympics time, election time, or maybe other festival time. There is a lot of other stuff is already going. People are engaged with other activities. That's the time your campaign may not succeed. So that's not the sample time for you to take this strategy is not working. So this is varying. This is again you have to go back and track. But some of the strategies, some of the niche, some of the market may not work. So that's the reason multiple strategies you need to work with. I recommend 10 to 15 strategies implementing in that exactly in A or BB we try to do. Okay. Now we'll go to the next part. So if you're not loving what you're doing, you cannot do affiliate marketing because there's no pressure. There's nobody's looking at what you're doing, and they're not asking your attendance to mark. Freedom. You have complete freedom. You have. Now, if you don't love what you're doing, you finally choose not to do. So make sure that's the reason. The first strategy which I told you about, choosing the niche time, make sure that is based on your passion, interest, knowledge, experience. You choose. If you're passionate about something, you definitely love about, right? So that's the important step you need to take this back. Okay. Now we'll go to the next part. This a part of automation is a very very important, using different kinds of tools and to generate traffic and leads. So yesterday, many people asked me, where do you buy a traffic? You need to buy a traffic which is relevant traffic, which is not just randomly bot created traffic. I'm not talking about. That's one of the majorly people think about. No, that's also no use, and it's no use for you, no use for the consumers, no use for the consumers are not there. So mostly bot created. Then there is the merchants also not happy about it, and even because that kind of a traffic even give you minus mark in Google. So please do not go for it. But you get a good traffic from the real agent, real companies. So they give you, depends upon your psychographics and demographics, which you give it to them. Based on that, they give you traffic, and more specific traffic they'll give you. Some of the company even give you accuracy of 100%. And if you say that, no, I have 80%, another 20%, they replace it. Now, even some of the companies, even conversion ratio expectation they give you. So I'll give you a 1 million traffic, I can expect you around 5% conversion. So that's a 50,000 customers. It's a good one. Okay. Then your website should have a 50% to convert to basket size, etc. So this is a very, very important tools and traffic to generate the various tools and platforms and companies you may use. Okay. Now we'll go to the next part. You also should know about your product, as we know when you're learning, and the audience. If you don't have a connection with this one, you will not be able to communicate, right? So your Facebook post, your social media post, your email marketing, or your blog communication, everything about your product connecting with your consumers, your audience. You are going to talk to them like a product, there's a kind of a solution to them. for the problem that they're facing. So if you don't understand that industry, if you don't understand that part, you may not be able to talk to them, right? So that's the most important part. You need to have a wonderful product which you understand, and you also should know that set of people what they talk about. So if some of the professionals, so if someone put me into the mechanical engineering, mechanical engineers is my group, I cannot understand what they're talking about. Automobile engineering part, I don't understand what they talk about. So if that is my audience, I cannot even do any communication to them. So that's a way we need to decide what kind of a people you understand, and you can connect with that. Same way, someone come and talking about anything on a beauty products, I don't understand about it, and I don't even know the terminology of that. But if you understand, please follow that one. And if you don't understand, please don't take that product. Okay, so that's why you need to choose the product and the audience, and who buy that products. You should be able to connect with them. You should be able to understand. You should have the same kind of a language. I'm not also talking the English Arabic language. I'm talking about the language they speak. So very, very important aspect. Okay. Now, with your team, even you're alone, you need to have a team. What does that mean? Now, one is if you're doing alone, one is you need someone always to talk about it. Various aspects. One is a kind of a mentor or a coach or a trainer or a consultant. It's a good idea. So you make a regular one-person video. And if you technology aspect, you are not that familiar. You're depending on one service provider or a vendor. So make him a kind of a feel. They wanted you for a long period, and make as a team. And even at home, sometimes your spouse, your relative, your parents or your grandparents, involve them in the activities. Then make you do social media, I'll do a blog. So kind of a things you can think about it, and your friends can be, your colleagues can be, your acquaintances can be, plan it and make it as well. This 15 part, this many people say I do alone. Yes, but it's a teamwork. So you need a few things to talk to someone and get an advice to support. This is important part. Okay, so that's a great opportunity you have with us. We have one mentee comes in. We have one mentor, one event managers, one trainer, one consultant. You already have a team there. So talk to your mentees, talk to your mentors, so they will guide you to get that team in place. Okay. So this golden rules, never forget. So when you're starting an affiliate program, make sure that you follow these 15 activities. Okay, 15 part on a regular basis. Okay. Now we go to the next part. One of the next question. Many people ask me, so I'm going to spend some time on this one. As I mentioned, I selected a few questions. So one of the interesting question I thought of answering it is. So very, very important question. How about if I fail it? See, fear of failure is one of the major things for many people. A majority of the people in this world is not starting a business or anything also because of the uncertainties. You really don't know what will happen. Business is risky. That's one of the first thing everybody say. Yeah, in one way, but that prospect is right. So what will happen if I fail it? How do you sure that I can succeed? Can you guarantee me you might succeed? So these are the questions everybody has. Before you are investing your hard-earned money, especially people ask this question many times. So what the answer is actually? I'll tell you. So, and there's a reason for me to talk about this as well. So as I mentioned to you, my philosophy is, I encourage entrepreneurship. It's a passion, beyond a passion to me, a self-actualization. So I find, in a nutshell, I'll tell you when I discuss with the VM goes, I'll explain to you what my philosophy on that one. But just for your understanding, I'll just put a couple of minutes here and how I look at the entrepreneurship. So us and around us, you have a lot of problems, and every day you also get affected with the problems and challenges and whatever injustice happening across the globe. Because there are 1% of the people are owning around 70% of the people wealth in the world, and there is a Wall Street companies, and there are African villages, and there are people without having a food. Around 30% of the children malnutrition issue is in my country from India. And all this issue is really frustrating around us, isn't it? So as a human being, you and me, everybody has we have a kind of a feeling called sympathy and compassion, all the things we have with us. But most of the time we feel helpless, right? You want to do something and not reaching anywhere. So what as a human being, what you can do? So when you thought about it, when I thought about it, when you think about how best you can be part of the solutions. Okay, so now when I look at it, is what is the majority, 90-95% of the problems is directly or indirectly connected with the money. Now, when you look at someone become a bad person, somebody is going to rob, somebody is going to become a thief, or somebody is doing a bad activities to make money. Basically, he's not getting a job. Usually, I'm saying, or sometimes the parents are not sending the kids to the proper school because they don't have money, and many of the people did not pursue with education, and that led another generation gap. So think about one generation is not getting education, one person is not getting educated properly, which means one generation is missing. Yeah, and the next generations make a lot of difference. We look at the Western world or the expat communities here in the Middle East. The previous generation worked hard. Today's generation filled with universities, but not previous generations. Because they made money that's invested on education, the generation improved. They become doctors, engineers, etc. Right? So that means the money play a major role. So why the people are not getting money? They don't have a job. Once they have a job, they get a salary, they get paid. So how we create a job? Because entrepreneurs create the job. So here I encourage a lot of entrepreneurship because I believe entrepreneurship creates a job creates a salary, and salary and revenue and income get to the people. That's where many of the problems can be solved. So this is the philosophy in not even connected with the business. So of course, all my business, when you look at it, is even with the business which I'm discussing with you now, everything connected to entrepreneurship, even a smaller or bigger one. If you talk about online shopping mall, it's in a larger business. Talking about a blockchain-based large reward program, it's a larger business. We're talking about maybe affiliate marketing or social media. Someone can start from home. Everything, either they can, they create a kind of a job, and that makes the things better. So this is a philosophy. When I go, I speak to not only to you, to everyone, including to my family members, everyone else. One day, my mom asked me a question. That's actually really felt, I think, yeah, that's right. So her question is, can you encourage entrepreneurship? You motivate many people to become an entrepreneur. That's one of the nature, the people who work with me, 3-4 years, they become entrepreneurs. Okay. And that's the reason yesterday I told you, my team members, 3, 4, 5, 10 years time, they are entrepreneurs because with me, that motivation comes to them. So, but the problem with that is, don't you think when they fail it, they blame you? Actually, yes, when they fail it, most of the time, I attended this fellow's training program. And as a business, as you know, nobody can guarantee 100% success. Even the startup companies, maybe in Harvard University, all the companies are not going to be successful, right? And even many of the incubation centers across the globe, the expert run, it's not going to be guaranteed. A business sometimes works, sometimes may not work. We never know. So the problem here is I'm finding an issue is, especially the small and medium people with the little money, little resources, when they start doing, in the fail it, they have many people around them to blame, to laugh at them. And that's when it's going to happen. Most of the time, the businesses fail, the person is okay because he knows why he did it, why it did not work out. And they don't blame others, usual case. But the family members, the friends, the neighbors immediately laugh at them. Hey, you trusted him. No, that's the way people blame. So then blame comes back to you. So this is one of the problems. Is actually I was worried here. What is the backup plan? So this is exactly, many like as usual, last 10, 15 years, many people are asking me the same question. I'm ready to start. I'm ready to take a risk. I understood affiliate marketing does not have much risk. I put a money and start now. How about succeeding in this? Can you guarantee? That depends upon you. My answer is it's up to you, in your hands. How committed you are, how dedicated you are, how much effort you are putting, how much you are learning. Based on that, you earn it. Okay. If you are lacking it, you may not. But still, I'll give you a backup plan here. What is the backup plan? So the question about the people ask, what happens if I fail in affiliate marketing? It is also applicable for other business, but the majorly how you focus here. So please pay attention to understand this point. First one. So this point, the question is, how do you make money even if you fail in the affiliate program? Okay, I repeat, how you make money even if you fail in the affiliate program. So that is like, you're falling back. So you could not go back, you could not work out this. That's what exactly. That's a feeling, I fall back. But my strategy talking about the 8th strategy for addressing this issue. So please pay attention. This is the backup plan for you. This is the, when you have a risk involved, so how you address. That's called a fall forward. Even things would not work out, your hard-earned money you should get back. Your effort, your debt, you should get back. The time you spend, you should get back. Yes or no? So that's a strategy you should do. That's the 8th strategy I'm going to discuss with you. So please pay attention very carefully and please follow this rule. Even you fail it, you don't lose money. Okay? That's an important part. So I'll give you guarantee if you follow this one, you don't lose money. Now, what is that? That is called website flipping. So this is a very, very important strategy for you to have a plan B, as a backup plan. So if the things did not work out, you say, okay, 1 year you try. In 1 year, every month you want to have a $3,000 or $5,000 or $1,000. Okay, $12,000 I'm not making in a year. Then I'll give up. So you make a plan on that one. When you give up, you get more than $12,000. Okay, so what you plan for, you get paid for. So that's the way you need to plan. This is a kind of a digital real estate. That's a best method. So for example, you see now you developing that's a kind of you like to think about a builder. Now you are you saw a place, you know that's a good place. You can build a building over there, and you are sure about building and 10, 20, 30 shops you're making. Every shop give you around $1,000 revenue. So you have 30 shop, you make a $30,000 as a rent. With that rent, you are going to live. So that's your plan. So then what you did is you took the plot, you start developing that area, you build you made it a building, you did an interior decoration, you put a branding, you made everything. Now, but you are not getting the good tenant to pay you $1,000. You are not getting the kinds of revenue expected. Now, what is left with you? You built up a township. You made a building. You have building, interior, and furniture, and branding. You created. So things are not working. You are not getting $30,000 rent. Sell off this one. You get more than $30,000. It depends upon what the revenue you have. I'll tell you how this calculated one. So this is the plan in your mind. So now you are online. You just started. Think about you're making a website, you're making a social media, you're making an email campaigns, email list building you're doing. You have an SEO, you're working on various keywords. You're also working on typing with the merchants. So all the things put together, you have a value. So if you are sincerely working, if you are putting in a systematic effort for 1 year, think about today, you don't have any merchant. You will have in 1 year time, you'll have 25 merchants. 25 merchant each category. You have 25 CPA merchant, CPL merchant, CPS merchant, Google AdSense, like that plan for 1 year. You also think about today you have a list of your email IDs of your extracted through a tools. That's only email ID you have. But you developing the developed in email on daily basis. Over a period of time, 1 year time, you have 10,000 email IDs. Your social media followers, you may have maybe 30, 40, 50 subscribers now. But you develop a YouTube channel with 10,000 plus. So make a goal for your effort, which is under your control, right? You get a sale or a CPM or a CPL that happens, which is not really in your favor. You may not happen, right? That's what we cannot guarantee. But can you guarantee? This is a question I asked to the people. Many people ask me, Shan, can you guarantee my success? My question back to them is, can you guarantee your effort? Can you guarantee me 4 hours you work on this one? If you say yes, then you are safe. So sales, I cannot guarantee, you cannot guarantee. Revenue, I cannot guarantee, you cannot guarantee, because it completely depends on the consumers. Consumers may buy, may not buy. Yes or no? But what is guaranteed? You build up a website, you add a product, you add a niche there, and you have a perfect keywords. You have social media, you have email IDs, you have merchant products, and you have various arrangement done. You have opt-in client, double opt-in clients, everything you keep it, which is like in a building you build. So things are not working, you can move on by selling it. So what is the market price? Now, I'll tell you an idea and approximately market price. I'm digital real estate called website flipping. I'm exclusively doing a one-day session by next week. Okay. So I'll talk in detail about that. But here is, please follow a couple of things. One is the market trend is like this. An eBay store. You make an eBay store, go into the eBay, make a store. And eBay given a standard price between 24 times to 34 times. That means you're making $1,000 if you're selling every month. An average year, I mean, you're making in a year $12,000. So average per month is $1,000, right? So 12,000 divided by 12, which is $1,000. So your store price is 24,000. Okay. Now I know many people you sell it. People you don't sell it 24,000. You know why? Because $1,000 I'm getting on a daily basis, on a monthly basis. It is better me to continue. There's a thought. But if you are not feeling to continue, I have very recently a person went through a lot of financial crisis, and I told him, why don't you sell your eBay store? He said no. He went there to study in UK. That time, part-time, he started eBay store, and he's making around 1,800 pounds every month in London. He's saying, because of the eBay store, I could survive in London with my lifestyle, 1,800 pounds. If I go for a job, I may not get that kind of a job, and job market is down. So I'm not going to sell it. But he sell it, you can understand around 35,000 pounds to 40,000 pounds, his eBay store, he can get it. So eBay is already, you can go and check it eBay store price. You can buy a eBay store also with a monthly revenue. Okay, so this another example. There are 36 times, there are 50 times. I'll show you how the business is working on. So this is an idea you need to plan. So this is completely under your control. So if you ask me the question, Sean, can you guarantee success? My answer is, can you guarantee this one? I'll make sure that you don't lose money. In fact, you make more money with that. Which money, not only money you invest, your money, effort you invested, time you invested, and with the systematic. It's not that I spend on a dashboard so many things. That's not the thing I'm talking about. How much time you spend on a social media? How many subscribers you are trying to put in? How many blog you wrote it? How many email campaign you have done it? All the things that matters, and it has a value. On a daily basis, you created a brand. And Google, now today you're not ranking anywhere. From 1 year from now, how many keywords are there in the first page of Google? One keyword itself, many companies will buy from you. Because the people want to rank in a Google first page. So one full day session, I'll give you how you plan this one. It's a very, very important for me to know this one, because then you don't have to worry about your failure. You don't have to worry about your failure. That's my point, because you make money there. So this rule, never forget. So you never, if you don't, this you will take it as, but you don't follow the rules. Even like for example, you have made a building, not proper building, not proper foundation. Nobody buys the building, right? You not made a brand, they don't value that one. You took a wrong property, wrong niche, nobody buys it. So similarly, choose everything in properly within a mentor's help, with a consultant help. It will help you to even you cannot work out. You'll have a safe exit. Okay. Now, this is a big industry. When you go online, you can go to different sites. I'll give you the site URL, like a flippa.com, empireflippers.com, feinternational.com. Even we have I myself took an initiative to help the people. Now, many people come back to say, I have an exam I could not spend, I want to sell a website, can you help me? So when all this has a lot of formalities, but I'll more simplified way, and putting in your, not only your website, your domain, so many things you can actually do. I'll come to that one. Before that, you understand this industry, like a flippa.com, empireflippers.com, all the sites gives you this opportunity. You go and register with them, and you can sell your domains as well as a website, even social medias. Okay, so I want you to check this way. Before you start choosing a niche, go to empireflippers.com/marketplace. You directly go to the marketplace, you get a screen like this. These are all affiliate websites. You can see the niche status, right? Which is a niche that take in news and education, apparel and accessories, survival and security, and pet care, gaming, finance, health, fitness. You can see the price they are asking, how much monthly profit he's making, and how much the price is asking. Somebody is making a 52,000, he's asking 1 million plus. So like this, you can see how many times the price: 40 times, 36 times, 34 times, 44 times, 40 times, 38 times. There I told you 24 to 36 times everyone gives you. So that means make sure that is you make a $3,000 every month into 12 months. So that is the money into 36 months you can make it when you go. Even $1,000 you take it, $1,000, $12,000 you made it in a year, and that's not enough for you. Sell it for 36,000 your site. So that's the point. Even you're making $100, you can do $1,200, right? And you sell for that 36 times. So this is a minimum plan you need to have. Even when the site, when you're doing, you also sell, they will tell you why. You can see the seller interview there. So why you are selling, you're moving on, your education completed, or you want to start a new business, you want to retire, I want money now. So many things. You can see the people say, I want to buy a house. I found a beach house, I want to buy it to sell it up. So all of the things you can also see, those who wanted to sell, even their details are there. So it's an important aspect. Okay. Now, when you go to the site, what kind of a money they're talking about? They're talking about is a huge money. So here, whichever the website is listed in the last 30 days time, this is the price is sold. And 92% of the website sold with a success ratio, 92%. Okay. And sales overall, you can see with the one website alone, I'm talking to the $141 million. So this is the way this industry works. This is only one site called Empire Flippers. Now you go to flippa.com, even you make a small website, 32,000, 40,000 price, you can see, sometimes they won't reveal to you which is the site. Okay, once you inquire about it, because these are brokers, like a flippa.com is a broker, empireFlippa.com is a broker. They will get a buyer for you and they charge you 10%, 20%, 30%, the amount of what you're getting. So you can see, and even this website, you can go and see website, you can sell it, mobile application, you can sell it, domain, you can sell it, even an affiliate website and SaaS and AdSense account alone, you can sell it. You make a blog. So when you're selling, actually you can split and sell it. When you spell it, that's another strategy when you're selling. Website flipping time, I'll discuss with you in detail. For example, you made an affiliate website. When you make an affiliate website, what are the things you have? You have a website, you have a blog, you have a domain, you have social medias, you have an AdSense account. You may also have a different kind of YouTube and other kind of an arrangement. Got it. There is a one strategy. Instead of selling at a time all the things, you sell for domain, for maybe go to sedow.com and register. This I'm not talking now much on a domain because on the flipping day I'm talking about that. So domain you separately sell it. Your website you separately sell it. Now your AdSense account you can separately sell it. Your opt-in list of email you can separately sell it. YouTube you can separately sell it. So you might make more money than at a time you sell, but you need an effort. Different buyers, you have to go to this kind of website, list out and engage the consultant, and they take they work for you maybe 2 months time, 3 months time, then they will sell it for you. But you have to do this one. Even if there's a website, you can go, there's a valuation tool. You put what the price, there's two kinds of valuation they will give you. Valuation number one, automated one. That may not be accurate, but you get an approximate idea because they'll actually scan it and give you. Second one is manually a consultant will value. So valuation do when a chartered accountant and then company secretaries or maybe a financial professional will value and give it to you. Now, I'll give you a shortcut also for that when you attend our system, because we have a evaluation tool and algorithm, which is I'll reveal it to you. So your site can be valued more from the marketplace. Okay, so I'll discuss with you how the net present value we calculate on it on the flipping website flipping. There's a one full day. Like yesterday we spent on completely on affiliate marketing. One day we'll spend completely on a website flipping. So we can do that one as well. Okay. Now, when you go to Flippa, you can also see that the list of how much money they're asking about each website: $9,000, $99,000, $50,000, $55,000. So you go to the site, like monkvyasa.com or careoffer.com. They're not an amazing website. So they have made a sale. They made everything's ready. The people are buying on it. So this is the method you should have. You should have a plan in advance. Okay. Now, another website is FE International. This got much higher price. This is a place one I sold earlier on my website. FE International. That's the way I like it, because compared to Ember Flippers, I got a better price in FE International and more professionals. And they have offline events. That's a good thing. Because now once you can actually meet a person and recommend. And this is more like a brokerage firm than FE. FE International more, Ember Flippers and Flippa, just like a kind of a marketplace. This is more like a brokerage arrangement. Is there? They deal with more professionally. Their website may not look that great, but their system is great. Okay. Now, when you look at this e-commerce website, there are different auction and method they do, and what kind of a price they're asking price. You can see what kind of a price they're looking. This is all I'm talking. All the screenshot today taken. Okay. You can go and Google it. I want you to Google this one. You can understand this market. I must recommend you to go to these 4 websites: emberflippers.com, flippa.com, seda.com, and feinternational.com. This 4 sites, you can go and see and understand how it works. Please go through all the terminologies. Please go through other websites. Even go to this kind of website, like flippa.com. I saw you. Even go and see what the peculiarity there. What exactly why they're asking $99,000? Why they're asking $55,000? Find out what is the basic. Most of the time, you can understand. You can do that yourself. So that is possible. So not only just a plan B, even you can take this as a business model tomorrow. That's what exactly I spoke to online shopping mall to many of the people. You start a store, even in the niche itself, you can sell it, but you build up for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, people buy it. Okay, that's one of the business model itself you need to do. You can see a yearly revenue, a net profit, how much they're making, what is the asking price. When you started, launched in 2016. So the site is actually how many year old? 4-year-old. Around $232,000 they're asking. What is more than 400 informative articles covering gym equipments. So 400 articles. You think in 4 years, he did have every year 100. So I recommend everyone to have one article. When you buy a private label, even you got thousands of articles, very $30-40. You can use this kind of an article even to value it. Okay, so this is the way website to be sold. Okay, so you can see that website to be taken care. So I'm not sure all of you will come back on a website flipping, but if you're planning to do affiliate marketing, I'll give you a few tips how you prepare your affiliate site for flipping. Okay, now think about it. If you're planning to start an affiliate marketing, this is the plan you should have with you. Okay, now affiliate websites are growing across the globe. Many people wanted to start an affiliate program on a regular basis, and you want this to be part of. You also want to be part of this affiliate industry. Now, how it is going to be helpful? Number one. More and more people really wanted to start. As you know, this is not that easy for anyone to start an affiliate marketing. There are a lot of things to learn. Now, you're going through this 100 days of program, you got an idea about all the things. Now you start implementing. That many people don't even know. Many people even struggle to get a niche. So you make a good niche, good keywords, good social media profiles, and that's the way you should be making it. You may not guarantee about the sale or customers or a CPM or a CPA or ad revenue, but what you guaranteed is there are hundreds and thousands of people looking for this kind of a niche to buy. That's the reason before even you, after 1 year, if things are not working, then I'll inquire. No, now itself you think about next year, my site is not working. I'm not making profit. So now you go and plan to sell it for after 1 year. So that's my plan. Okay, you get my point. Hope we are able to understand this point. Okay. So make sure that what makes your site valuable. So like you've seen it, when you went, I told you, around, if you're doing a health and fitness, there's a 400 articles. Okay, that means if there is an article, if you keep in your website, connected to your website, in your SEO activities, you get a value. So that way you need to do research about what you do. And of course, the revenue is important. Ultimately, the buyer will look into how much money you're making. So you should show the money you're making. You're making $1,000. So he will value $24,000 to $36,000. That's the market rent. You can ask that kind of a price. Now, you also think about, if many of the people buy the websites to raise the capital. So, once you have something called attraction, I'll talk to you on attraction, importance of the attraction, when how do you get an investors. So once you have a revenue with running a website, investors invest faster. So you need to make a revenue on this aspect. Okay. Now, another thing is your repeated customers or your repeated customers or your loyal customers. Very important for you to get a value. So when any valuation company do, they give around 20 times the value for repeated customers. So I involved in one of the supermarket when they sold. I was closely working with the buyer side and the person who was buying. So he involved me as a consultant for buying that thing. So when the valuation time, I had a big debate with the valuation group. He said he calculated a customer bought 4 times. That's a repeated customer. A customer is buying 4 times. That customer has a value. That is 20 times than a total number of customers. I mean, every customer, let's say $1 he's valuing, but the moment a customer database shows 4 times he's buying, it's a customer has a value of 20, not $1. So a repeated customer has a huge value. So that's a reason you should show to the seller, to the buyer, your double opt-in list. It's called a double opt-in list. When the email marketing time, we will discuss about double opt-in and opt-in list. The people opted from you to receive your email communication, which has a huge value. So on a day 1, you start building your opt-in list and double opt-in list, which gives you a lot of advantage to get the valuation of your website. Now, you also need to keep all your records. Now the person is, hey, I'm making $1,000. They will ask you, can you show me your PayPal list? Can you show me your bank account statement? Can you show me that Amazon Associates account? You need to keep it that way. Even if you withdraw, keep the record of it. Starting from day 1, take a screenshot and keep it with you. Sometimes there's some companies, every 1 year, they say after 1 year, they don't keep a record. So you will not have all the record there. Like an eBay example, after 1 year, they don't keep it. So you take out all the record and keep it with you. And even the money you transfer to your Pioneer card or a PayPal or to bank or gift card, everything keep a record. So then that's a record you have to show. That means today onward, next 1 year, what are the revenue you are keeping? What are the revenue you are generating? Keep that record with you. So after 1 year, you can show I made $12,000, which means $1,000 every month. So that's a way the buyer will have a confidence on that. So this keeping it's important. That's the time when you're searching, like an eBay you've created. After 1 year, you're trying to sell it. Your entire record is vanished. You're not there. So that's the reason you should have a record with you. Okay. Yeah. Now, what are the things you should do to prepare for the site? Now, once I'm not talking about preparation for next tomorrow. I'm talking about after 6 months or 1 year you want to sell the site. So preparation should start now. So one is prepare for a best option. You want to make money? Yes, that's one. Second one is if things don't work, I want to sell my website. So one is making revenue, one is selling it. Okay. Now, first is your audit process. One is everyone do an audit, especially the valuation tool. You do an audit, and based on an audit, they value. Even a manual audit, they will also find so many things and broken links, etc. So make sure that is your all page is working, all the things, all the page is beautifully done, spelling mistake is not there, and all the product is properly placed. Every link is working, and you link with all your SEO and your meta title and meta tag and meta image and all working properly. And you have a keyword inserted, you have 3% density of your content. All this adds up. Make sure that is there in your website. So audit comes out properly above 80% mark, not necessarily 100% mark. Above 80% mark should come out. Okay. Now, and you also make the site updated. This is one of the things, you started in 2020, 2021 you're selling. In 2020 data should be updated with the 2021. So statistics or a link or anything, you need to update the records and update it. Okay. Now, you need to plan like a year ago to sell it. That's what I'm saying today, this month, July month, you are starting. So next year, July, you plan to sell it, not now. So 1 year you plan to sell it. So you can sell it for a very good price. And this intention, this vision, this plan should be there with you day 1. Because if my business is not going to be profitable, what are my plan B? What my exit plan? That's what I tell you, the strategy. Falling forward, so it's not falling backward. So money you invested, time you spent, effort you had done will be rewarded. Okay. Now, this itself is a business idea. Make money online by website flipping. There are many people who work this way. Okay. This as a backup plan, I explained to you as a strategy. There are hundreds and thousands of people who make a website and flip it in the flipping website. So they think about the niche people I want to buy. They make it ready, everything, and day one they can start making money. So make a website and make your entire thing ready and transfer to another person. It's also a business model already working in the Flipkart.com and mbflippers.com. The people really plan in advance this way. Okay. So what are the things for you need to do? So these are the things never forget. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, I want you to commit this one. See, this is the way you are safe. This is the way you will not be a loser. This is the way you have a good exit. You'll be happy about trying for the next one. So first thing is choose your niche. Okay. Never ever compromise on this aspect. The proper niche is you're keeping is a very, very important one. Then your domain name. A couple of days from now, we are going to talk about our domain name. Make sure that is you're putting an effort to get a right domain name. Most of the time, the domain you wanted is not there. I agree. But if you think you get a good domain name, you can see amazing domain name the people comes out. Okay, so that's one. And make sure that you host it in a good place. You have a good backup plan. Everything is there. Choose a right hosting thing. And the design, look and feel, definitely, as you know, even a buyer design looking at this, people wanted to buy it. Okay. So make sure that you have a beautifully designed is done, and you use a UI UX person if you want to, or you do yourself on any of the web builder, or your professionals to do. It's up to you how you do this. Okay. Now, get a Google AdSense account. That's the first thing I would like to say. Google AdSense account is that the moment you say I have a Google AdSense account, people really value. So make sure that is you apply Google AdSense and get the Google AdSense account. And once you have Google AdSense account, you also get other tie-ups like AdPropeller. All the other companies follow with you. And you can also mention I have a 10 advertising arrangement, including Google AdSense. That's another method you can have. Or you can also have a Yahoo publishing account. Okay, now, when you go to the another part is, what is there in your website? Rich content. Content include videos, images, descriptions, infographics. All the things serve your component of your website. You can even say, I have thousands of videos, hundreds of images. You talk about it. That's also value. So each product you are planning to sell it. So when you make that page ready with the image and video, even no sales happening, don't worry, it had a value. So when you think about that way, you also feel good. Because sometimes when you're working hard, if the thing's not working, it's a waste. Not waste. Even it is not working that particular moment. Tomorrow when you sell a website, it has a value. So whatever the image you're adding, whatever the videos adding, tomorrow the buyer of the website value that. So keep it that way, good content. Okay. And search engine optimization. As you know, the keyword play a major role, and there's no substitute. You should have a good SEO plan. You've done SEO, different things, you do that. Okay. Now, if you have more traffic, how many people are visiting your website? Those are the questions the buyer asks. What's your revenue? What's your average visitor per month? And how much is your conversion rate? These are the things people ask you. So more traffic, coming to the millions of people visiting your site in a year, it add a lot of value. So think about 100,000 visitors reaching out to your website. So that may come more than 1 million in a year. Okay. Now, you auction or find your buyer. So buyer, you should not. They should not feel you're frustrated about your selling immediately. You plan for a 3 months time. So after 12 months, you plan for a 3 months of auction. It's not list out. Maybe first month or a second month. I'm saying we're not selling. You should get a maximum value. Sometimes you thought about 10,000, you might get 25,000, 35,000, etc. Now, one other thing I'll tell you. I sold a domain called IndiaPakistan.com. And after I sold for around $1,300 US, and so I'm talking quite some time, something 18 years ago. So that's the time that $1,500, $1,300 were very, very important to me, in terms of money. But many people told me you have waited for another 1 year, 2 years, or auction for, you'd have got $10,000, $20,000. That's right. But that's a time that money is important. So I agree that when I frustrated and I sold out, I would have got more than 5,000 to 10,000 just for a domain. Okay. But the mistake I did, it was in hurry. Okay. So instead, you plan and put an auction. So let the people come across the globe and do bid for it. So that's where you need to have around 1, 2, 3 months time, a peace of mind, and get the right clients to buy and pay you more. Okay. Now, transfer the domain. You'll transfer the domain when you're selling it off. And after you're selling, it's important. You don't have to hold that name of the domain because all the regulatory also connected with you, that one. Okay. Okay. Now, with this, actually, I end that strategy part. I know some of you will have a good question, and this question, few questions, will have an end of the mastermind session. I'll spend with you the time. But the maximum time today, mastermind will be discussing about the implementation of the strategy number 5. Now, because I'm not doing a Q&A in the mastermind, few of the questions you people ask, I'll cover here. Okay. So before we go to the questions, I just wanted to conclude the previous one. This flipping part of the site, you need to raise to your mind whether you start in a social media, whether you're searching a social media influencer, or you're starting an affiliate marketing or e-commerce website, whatever the websites. This selling option, you should have it, okay? Don't forget this part, okay? So that's an important part. And now I'll go to the strategy, the questions to try to answer. Now, as I mentioned, I might have received hundreds of questions. All the questions are now, will not be able to answer. Now, there are a few questions I entitled last one. Now, maximum number of questions I received about the strategy number 5. Yesterday, the strategy which I explained, many questions, how the syndication, etc. So what I'll do is I just quickly one by one, I'll instead of each question I read and answer. So today, people ask me how do I get CPA, CPM, CPL. I already answered. You know that entire thing I answered in the how do you search in Google and how do you find it's easy. So this I answered. Then digital products, private label, how do you find? Again, same way, you can search in Google, you can find it, or go to ClickBank, JVSU, or a Wider Plus. Other day I spoke to you, even today again, I repeated that one. Now, what are the things is a website? Why we need to have more than one website? Because depends upon your niche and keyword, you need to plan to rank in Google, number 1. Number 2, sometimes some other website merchant may not allow you to do a comparison. So you need to have comparison website separate, another website. Is it necessary to have multiple websites? No. One website is minimum. Why? Because if you want to make $100 per day, you need to work on that strategy. It's not necessary. Now, AOBB, there is no cost difference on a one website or multiple websites based on your niche. Based on the expert, when they decide to go ahead, multiple websites you may have. So it's not a big deal. It's not necessarily one website, multiple websites. Even now, just now, what we discussed about so selling other website, you have a 2 website to sell it as. Okay, that's good way. Okay. Now, same thing, landing page and a funnel. As I requested you to go to admwebsitebuilder.com. There is an example you can see. Okay, there are many questions. This I shown you. You go and do this one. Plugins, I give an example yesterday. There are hundreds and thousands of plugins important to do automation and shortcut. And less time, you do this one. So I think some of the questions, where can I find the plugins? There are so many websites you can find a plugin, and even a ClickBank and the JVs will give you a lot of plugins. Then add-ons. Many people ask me about what is add-ons. Add-ons is in the various places. I told you an example yesterday. You go to the G Suite, you can see in the Google this button. There you drop down. I shown it. So you just Google it, you get this one. Go to Marketplace. More from the G Suite Marketplace when you click on a Google Gmail. So there you get a list like this, and from there you can see this email address extractor, which I told you. Not an example. Yesterday itself I told you about it. So please go and do. I want you to go through the notes and do search in Google. Whatever I'm speaking, it's that terminology gives you everything. Why I'm keeping a screenshot is when you're searching in Google, you can actually look at the same screen you got it or not. So take the screenshot and look at that one. Then in traffic buying, actually many people ask me about why traffic. Traffic will not give you. I'm not talking about the traffic you buy for a board traffic. I'm not talking about the politician buy a traffic. I'm talking about relevant traffic. I mentioned yesterday. Okay. And automation in a different way, and which is all of you agree. Digital products. Many people ask me those who came first yesterday. They asked me this question, I believe, because you go to the day one. We discussed about the digital products. Private label products. That's why you get on it. So the private label products you get from there. And there is a CTA banner. Why should I have a homepage banner? That's a question. Because you don't like a banner. I agree, some people don't like it, but if you like money or a banner, you have to choose. Okay. To avoiding a banner or to have money. So you keep a banner there. When someone click it and go to the website, you get a 50%, 75%, even with this not your niche. So here is a complete focus that you're making $100. So you may have to compromise on something putting on your website. So that's my option. For example, let's say you're selling beauty products. You may keep an ad of a booking.com because they gives you good money. So that's what is exactly my point. Now, monetization with the Google AdSense. Today I spoke to you again. Yesterday also in AdSense, we have a separate session and tell you how you get an AdSense, how best you can utilize, how you get a traffic. We'll do a session. And Google AdSense, many people told me my application got rejected. Yes, please don't apply immediately. You make some traffic and make good content, make a traffic, then go application. Okay, so that's the reason you should not jump. AOBB to implement in the 100th day. We are planning now. 7th. After tomorrow, we're starting a AOBB work. So to start on this, that's a plan should be there. The day you start, you apply for a Google AdSense, they'll not give you an immediate approval. So you need to plan 3 months ahead on it. Okay. Now, sponsored post, again, you need to have traffic, you need to have people. Another people, so many people asking about cryptocurrency mining, how you monetize. There is a session completely on a cryptocurrency mining. So you can attend that. We'll give you complete details on it. Okay. There are many things. PayPal setup, again, one day, payment gateway day, we talk live. We'll show you how you can create a PayPal account. With mentors, you can have a PayPal account. Many people, again, reaching out, say that, how do I withdraw money? Withdrawal of money, every country has a different option. Please don't worry. If you don't have PayPal, as I mentioned yesterday, there's a Payoneer card. Bank transfer is possible. Cryptocurrency is possible. Okay. Syndication, there are so many questions about syndication. What is syndication? I'm doing a session on a syndication again. So I cannot explain on one day. There are different syndications with the strategy we'll do. Social media influencer relationship. There are a lot of social media influencer brand we can do. And someone wanted to be a part of social media influencer, you go to admsip.com as we mentioned. Okay. And different campaigns. Spy tools. There are questions about spy tools and examples of spy tool. Depends upon the niche, depends upon a company you associate with. And depends upon then you decide which spy tools. You made a WordPress, there's a WordPress spy tools. You use another website, you have a different tools. That way, you need to choose that one. People ask me what is funnel tracker. A funnel tracker is the moment a person coming to the funnel, why he is to come to the funnel? He has some kind of interest, yes or no? Otherwise, why should he come to the funnel? So that person, we are going back to him. So he has some kind of a preconceived interest for that, right? So that's the reason we are going back to him and explaining to that. So that's what the people we should target, remarketing and retargeting. So show him again and again your communication on Instagram, on a Facebook, on a YouTube, on a Google AdWords. You show him again and again and get that person to come back to you for your buying a product and services from your affiliate website. So social media, different strategies. I request all of you to attend the social media days. Yeah, another thing is everybody is, can you train us? Of course, during the 100 days, these tools we are explaining out. Most of the things, like plugins and what is add-ons, we are part of our tools. The 100 tools we are introducing to you during the 100 days. So this include, the plugins and the things. So everything will be trained. We'll train you on. You get it. Now. Why you need I use an expert and consultant. This is called a bundle. The strategy is explained to you as a bundle. You need to know how to get and integrate it, etc. Can you do alone? As I mentioned yesterday, yes, you can, but you need to have patience. You need to work on it. Otherwise, a mentor or a consultant will help you to understand this one. Now, as I mentioned, this is for 100 mentors. I myself personally involving with my subordinates who are expert in this and implementing here. Okay, starting from July 7th. So that makes your life much better. But you know that is so many projects we cannot do. A maximum number of 100 projects we are doing it is now. First one. Then after that we may do more after now. This is what exactly at the moment doing. Okay. So that's the reason many people are asking me, are you going to train? Yes, answer is yes. You attend the 100 days. 100 days, majority of the topic is covered. Now maybe some other tool you are using it just may not be in there the 100 days, then you get an additional training of 30 minutes or 1 hour. You can also have an additional on it. Okay. And another question people ask me about, what is exactly Champion 350, Champion 1000, Champion 500? So those who are not attended the previous session, I request all of you to go and attend the previous sessions. Now for just for this one, what does the 2-star means? The strategy which we recommend, we guarantee that it can be implemented with the 2-star. I mean, if it's 2-star is there. And if it is not, it's not working, the $1,000 reward you can claim. So if it is a 2-star result, you can directly go and jump and do, because there's a $1,000 reward if it is not successful. Okay, so that's what is a 2-star meaning. What exactly Champion 100, Champion 350, Champion 500, Champion 1000? Per day you can make that kind of a money. That's exactly the meaning. Champion 100 means $100 per day for a month. $3,000 you can make. Now, in every day you'll have 100, may not be. That's the reason monthly you should calculate. Today you got a 80, tomorrow you get a 150, sometimes 200. So month, if you calculate, it should have a $3,000. That's called 100. So now you really wanted to go for a higher goal. Yes, you want to work as a 350. Someone yesterday asked me, can 3 members can work together? In that case, you can start to target for a Champion 1000, because you have a 4 total. It means you have 4 brains, and 4 into 4, 16 hours. 4 hours is the time which I recommend you to work on it. 16 hours to work on it. So you can actually plan for a Champion $1,000, Champion $500. So you can actually go for that kind of a plan as well. Okay. Now, this one, if you wanted to be part, we want you to implement to you. That I told you yesterday. Talk to your mentors. They will. I think some of you already spoke. I think some of you are joining me in the mastermind. I'll discuss with you implementation strategies there. Okay, how you implement, how you can be part of it. Okay. Now, a few questions out of the 300 plus questions I selected. Question number 1. Mentees are worried about implementing all the steps. Many are concerned these are done by separate team like SEO, marketing team. Will they be able to do everything by themselves? So for first one, to run this, we will show you everything. We'll show you in SEO how it is done, everything. So we also show you to do a 3,000 or you achieve it. So once you have seen it, you can do. So then every month you need to work on a 4 hours on a daily basis. This 4 hours you do SEO activities. We'll train you on SEO activities. We'll train you on a social media activities. We'll train you on email marketing activities. We also train you various tools. We also know this. By the time you know 100 strategies, you only learn 5 to 7 strategies. So on a daily basis, you improve your knowledge, skill, and experience. So that is enough. Today you might worry, but I'm talking about October 7th to November 30th. That's the first 30 days. By the time you are a different product, you are a different person. Think about every day you're spending this 100 hours, 100 minutes, 10,000 minutes of information. You think about last 5 days or 4 days, the kinds of improvement, the kind of terminologies, the type of method, you got it. So the same thing will continue for another 95 days. So this question will not even think about now. You have all the things. So answer is, will they be able to do everything by themselves? Answer is yes, you can do yourself. As I think yesterday or today I answered that one, including the website editing. I don't recommend you use a website building with a web designer or programmer. Then you have to depend. You have to depend on the tool. You can do yourself. You can edit yourself the content. Okay. So that's what is the important part. Okay. Now, next is what is the funnel tracker? This actually just answered. Funnel tracker. Someone come into the funnel. That's a sign of that person is interested in. Then again, we're tracking his device, his IPs. If we come from a MacBook, so we immediately target that device again and again through Facebook and so. Now, same MacBook, what are the email ID logged in? same email ID he used in an iPhone or a Samsung phone or maybe Android phone, maybe use other one. Still, again, we market. We target him. So that means a person will take it. You might have seen this kind of a method. The moment you go to a website, you do not buy it, but still come back to you again the same advertisement. So that's a part of a tracking and remarketing. Okay. Now, from where can we know the cookies period? This is one of the common questions. That's the reason when I placed in the beginning that what is a cookies period. Cookies period, the moment you apply, usually all the companies will be highlighting what is the cookies period. If not, the terminology, the agreement terms definitely will be mentioning cookies period. So they will say the cookies period, how many days it is valid. Okay. What is a landing page? I answered this again. You go to the ADM website builder.com, you can see an example of that. Okay, what is the basket size with your revenue? This is a very, very important question. See, now, even something called an EPC, this is quite intellectually challenging. You need to think this in the morning, like I'm like this. So some of the things you need a little higher IQ, like a morning 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock time. Before noon, you should have this morning, if you're an early morning person, after this, by the sunrise till before the noon, normally that's the time your brain works better. If it is that's the time you think about it. But I mentioned yesterday, 100 people comes in, 5% of the people buy something. Okay, now usually you can see the word called earning per click. So earning per click should not count for 100. Why? Because 5% of the people only buy. So 5 click, but in the report show 100 click. Why 100 people click it? But everybody is not buying. From your website, one click and someone went to Amazon. All the 100 people are not buying. Work on a 5% conversion. 100 people come, 5 people only buy. So now 10% is somebody is buying for $100 products. You get a 10% commission. So one sales, you get a $10. Now every day 100 people are coming. 5 people bought it, you got a $50, right? So what's your earning per click? So you have to divide it to 50. 100 divided by 50. That should be a calculation, number one. Number two, now someone come and click and going and buying $1 product, you get a 10%, 10 cents doesn't make sense. So now a person is coming to this website, is he buying multiple product like Amazon? They buy a multiple product. Think about Alibaba. They buy containers, 30, 40, 50, 20 units. Think about it. So if it is a B2B site, they buy a more quantity. So more quantity someone is buying, you get a more revenue. So that's called a basket size. So think about basket size as well. One of the things is when you're choosing a niche, especially I'm doing a one-day workshop on an online shopping mall about basket size. The basket size play a major role on daily basis when you revenue creation. Even you can actually need to have a good basket size to get good revenue. To do advertisement and get a revenue. For example, if you're making a $1, you cannot spend more than $1 for advertisement, right? If you're making $100 for one click, you can spend 60, 70 also, because that $80 is still a profit. So you need to think about it, okay? This I already explained to you, what is 350, and just now I explained to you. And how we are going to implement affiliate marketing. Just now I'm going to the mastermind. You join me at the mastermind, I'm explaining how we are implementing. If they're not allowing for sign up, I think someone told me about a thing. Maybe outside India at the moment, they are not taking with the new people. That may be the reason. But sometime last year, May to June, they blocked it. So this year they may be doing, again, it will open. So not necessarily, like another reason I'll tell you, all the companies will not be open for all the time to apply. Sometimes they stop the campaign, sometimes they think about some region they don't want to do. That's the reason you should have multiple merchants. Okay. Qatar Airways has a CPS model, not a CPA model. They have CPS model. Okay. Do we get a training on AOV? This is also answered. Across the 100 days, please attend. You get this one. Okay. When will ADM implement AOV and the bundle? Implementation part I'm discussing in the now in the vendors too. I'll tell you. It is answer is 7th July it starts, and that's entire plan I'll explain to you. Okay. So this is what exactly we discussed on Q&A. So thank you so much. I believe today, again, you got a lot of information about, based on yesterday. And kindly go through this. Notes will be there tomorrow, and go through all the terminologies and understand. And further question, again, I welcome other 100 to 300 questions yesterday's and today's and all the things and the emails. I keep it with me, and the WhatsApp messages as well. So it is important for you to go through these notes and list out these questions. So coming sessions will be answering most of the time. And I welcome the questions always. In the mastermind, majority, a couple of days was happening questions. I'm reducing the questions there, and here we'll have more questions. There actually implementation plan will be discussing today on that. Okay, so thank you guys very much. Now another couple of minutes, I'll join you in the mastermind to Zoom. I think if you got a Zoom link, you join there. If you have not got a Zoom link, please talk to your mentors. And please discuss there, and please don't type your questions suddenly there, because today we'll not be taking the question the first 20 minutes. First 20 minutes I'm going to discuss with you implementation of the planner for AOBB, okay, automated online business bundle. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes from now in the mastermind group. Thank you and good night.